Hello everyone, this is Mallikarjun of Triple Department from St. Peter's Engineering College. From St. Peter's Engineering College. In this video, we are going to learn about potential transformers. That is, regarding potential transformers, you are going to learn about what is the main function of a potential transformer. What is the construction details of a potential transformers? What is the working of a potential transformers along with its applications? Then after you are going to have a difference between current transformers and potential transformers. Now, potential transformers. It is a device which is used to step down the voltage level. Which can be measured by using small rating voltmeter. Let the range of the voltmeter is given as 0 to 110 volts. This is the definition of a potential transformer. It is a device which is used to step down the voltage level. That is, it is majorly used to transform the voltage levels from higher level to lower level. Where that low value of voltage can be measured by using small rating voltmeter, where the range of the voltmeter is given as 0 to 110 volts. This is the basic purpose of having a potential transformer. Now we will go with the construction and working. Of a potential transformer. Now we will go with the circuit diagram representation of a potential transformers here. First I am drawing a power circuit which consists of a three-phase line. Let me indicate these three lines with R as one phase, B as one phase and Y as another phase. Now I am going to draw the winding connections of a potential transformers. This is the general circuit representation of a potential transformer, which consists of a power circuit in the form of a three-phase line R, Y, B. It consists of two windings. Let me name this winding as a primary winding and this winding as a secondary winding. This is nothing but a voltmeter. Where the value of voltmeter is taken as 0 to 110 volts. And the secondary terminal of a potential transformer is grounded or earth. These are the different construction parts of a potential transformer. Here. Now we will discuss in detail about the primary winding and secondary winding and what is the necessity of having a grounding in the secondary terminal of a potential transformer. First we will discuss about primary winding. The primary winding of a potential transformer has large number of turns. Which is connected across the line. What is the necessity of having a primary winding. The primary winding has a large number of turns. The primary winding has a large number of turns and is connected across the power circuit across any one of the line. Either it may be connected to a R phase, or it may be connected to a Y phase, or it may be connected to a B phase. This is regarding primary winding. As the primary winding is connected across the line, sometimes the potential transformers can also be called as what? Parallel transformer. Potential transformers can also be called as what? Parallel transformer. This is the three important points regarding primary winding. It should have a large number of turns and is connected across the line, any one of the line. As the large number of turns winding is connected across the line, this potential transformer sometimes can also be called as what? Parallel transformer. Transformers. Now we will go with the secondary winding. The secondary winding of a potential transformers consists of few number of turns. It consists of less number of turns when compared with the primary. The secondary winding consists of a few number of turns and is directly connected to an voltmeter. Coming to the next point regarding the secondary winding, any one of the secondary winding terminal should be grounded. Any terminal should be grounded. These are the basic important points regarding the primary winding and secondary winding, where the secondary winding have a few number of turns, primary winding have a large number of turns. Secondary winding is directly connected to what? Voltmeter. Primary winding is connected across the line. Hence, the potential transformer can be called as what? Parallel transformers. There is one more important point regarding secondary winding here. Any one terminal of the secondary winding, is grounded. For the purpose of safety. This is regarding the constructional parts of a potential transformer. Or the constructional details of a secondary winding. What are the different parts? Primary winding and secondary winding. Now coming to the next important point regarding the potential transformer. The secondary of PT. The secondary of potential transformer should always be open circuited. This is an important point. The secondary winding of potential transformer should always be open circuited. This is regarding the construction and working of an potential transformer. What is the major purpose of having a potential transformer? It is used to transform the voltage level. Or else it is used to step down the voltage level, where the value of that voltage can be measured by using what? Small rating voltmeter, where the range of the voltmeter is given as what? 0 to 110 volts. Coming to the construction and working of a potential transformer, it consists of a three-phase line, that is three-phase power circuit in the form of R, Y and V. It consists of a primary winding, secondary winding, grounding connection and voltmeter. Coming to the working, the primary winding consists of a large number of turns which is directly connected across any one of the line. Hence this potential transformer can also be termed as what? Parallel transformers. Coming to the secondary winding has very few turns when compared with the primary winding and it is directly connected to the voltmeter and is directly connected to the voltmeter. And the next important point regarding the secondary winding is that the secondary winding of potential transformer should always be open circuited. Should always be open circuited. And next important point is there is a necessity of grounding the secondary, any one of the secondary terminal of a winding, because in order to provide safety, or else in order to avoid the large current levels, we need to provide grounding for any one of the terminal of the secondary winding. This is regarding the definition, construction and working of a potential transformers. Now we will go with the applications. Of a potential transformers. Applications of a potential transformer. The first application of a potential transformer is it is used for the purpose of metering. It is used for the purpose of metering. And the second application of potential transformer is it can also be used as a feedback of AVR, that is voltage regulator. It can also be used as a feedback for what? AVR. Coming to the next application, it can also be used for the purpose of protection of feeders. For distance protection of feeders. Potential transformers is used for the purpose of metering. It can also be used as a feedback of AVR. It can also be used for the purpose of distance protection of feeders. Coming to the next application, it can also be used for the impedance protection of generator. Next point, the main and major application of potential transformer that it is required for the synchronization of feeder. Or generator with grid. These are the major applications of a potential transformer. The first one is it is used for the purpose of metering. The second one is it can also be used as a feedback of a voltage regulator, or else it can also be used for the distance protection of feeders, or else it can be used for the impedance protection of a generator, and mainly it can also be used for synchronization of feeder or generator with the grid. This is regarding the definition, construction, working and applications of a potential transformers. Now we will go with the difference between current transformer and potential transformer. Current transformer and potential transformer. Now we will go with the difference between CT and PT. Regarding the connection of primary winding and secondary winding, primary winding is connected in series with the power circuit. Primary winding is connected in series with the power circuit in case of a current transformer, and the primary winding is connected in parallel with the power circuit in case of a potential transformer. Coming to the secondary winding connection, Here the secondary winding is connected to what? It is connected to an secondary winding is connected to ammeter. Is connected to an ammeter, and the secondary winding of PT is connected to voltmeter. Secondary winding of PT is connected to a voltmeter. In case of a current transformer, secondary winding should always be short circuited. In case of a potential transformer, it should be open circuited. Coming to the next point. Here the primary current totally depends upon circuit current. The primary current totally depends on circuit current. In case of a potential transformer, secondary voltage totally depends upon the secondary burden. Secondary burden. Now we will go with the next point regarding the CT and PT. Next difference regarding the CT and PT. Necessity of grounding of secondary terminal. Grounding of any one terminal of the secondary winding is made for the purpose of to avoid insulation breakdown. Grounding of secondary winding is done. What is the necessity to provide the grounding in case of a potential transformer? Just for the purpose of safety. Coming to the next difference, the secondary winding of CT should never be open circuited. It can be used in open circuit condition. These are the basic differences between the current transformer and potential transformer.